Hello everyone, and welcome back to World Builder. Since last time, I added in the tower that you can see in the top left. That wasn't there before, but I added it in because I feel like it fits. It is necessary for what we're doing in today's episode, which is building the walls. Or at least designing them. I put in a couple. I'll probably do the rest off camera, just because it's going to get kind of repetitive after a while. But I'm going to use the time I have to show you what I was sort of thinking. So initially, with this design, I was going to do like pillars and then a design in between them, but then I thought, no, that's too boring. So, because I do that all the time. So then I went with this style, where you put a bunch of stuff at the bottom. So like it looks like it's being reinforced, and that looks best in my opinion. I add in pillars and stuff and adornments to the top, and it makes the walls look really good. Like these are probably my favorite walls that I've ever made for any type of castle building that I've done ever. They look so good. Yeah, you can see once I get in the top parts is where it like really takes off, but they look really nice and I'm really happy with them. So, moving on to something not related to the building. I'm back. I was away the past 2 weeks. I mentioned that in these videos a couple of times, but I was away. I had pre-recorded a bunch of videos and it's very hectic and interesting. Because, like, I didn't have access to internet while I was away, so if I wanted to check to see how my channel is doing, I really couldn't. So, a lot of the comments and stuff that I got, I couldn't check until I got back, which was interesting. Not something that I've ever had to do thus far. Yeah. These walls, these aren't the final walls. I do make a couple more changes, but they're really minor. This is basically what the walls end up looking like right here. And it's fabulous. I'm so happy with it. Anyway, I did enjoy my time away. I had a lot of fun where I was. Was at a summer camp for those 2 weeks. Had a lot of fun. Met a lot of people, did a lot of cool things, and I'm glad I was able to go to that summer camp, and I did. I have to remove this house because it gets in the way. Yeah. Did a lot of stuff there, and it was all around enjoyable experience. So, back to the walls. You saw the design I did earlier. It's just a slab on top of the wood with wood block and fences and stuff, and I really like it. So, continue that along. It gets really strange once you have to like fit it around multiple diagonals. But even then it ends up not looking bad, and I like it all the way. Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned enough times yet that I like these walls. I really do like these walls. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to talk about now. Kind of like ran out of ideas. I could tell. Okay, so hit my mic there. I don't know if you heard that or what it sounded like. Hopefully it wasn't bad. But while I was away, I learned a lot of card games while I was out there. Like, so many card games. So if any of you know how to play them, you can tell me that you know how to play them, and I will enjoy it that someone else knows how to play one of the many games that I learned. So, I was there. We played Apple. It's also, I've heard, called President, but there's other names for it. BS, Bluff, Cubes, Resistance, Hearts. I started to learn the basics of Bridge. There was also Golf. I'm pretty sure I already said Resistance, but Resistance. What else? I think that's it. That sounds right. Yeah. Let's go with that. Those, however many that was, like eight or so games. Yeah. A lot of card games there. Uh, if you know how to play them, that's pretty cool. If you don't, you should learn. They're all pretty fun. Um, Resistance takes a lot of people and is easily the most confusing out of all of them, except for maybe Bridge. But it's pretty interesting once you learn how to play. And I will try to play them more, like when I'm alone. I played Hearts online like the day I got back to see if I remembered how to play it still, and I don't know if any of you know the game. I shot the moon like round one, and that was pretty funny, just because it's not something that I've ever seen done before, and then I did it on my first game playing online, first round, so that was pretty cool. I'm like, wow, this is going terribly. I've taken so many hearts so far. And it's like, oh wait, no one else has taken hearts so far. Let me just take everything. And then I managed to, and that was pretty cool. Um, I hit my mic. I'm like scratching my nose, and I'm hitting my mic while I go to scratch my nose. Hopefully that doesn't sound terrible, but it probably does. And I should really redo this recording. But because I'm that lazy, not going to. My nose is itchy again. I have to scratch it without interfering with the quality. Okay. So, back to the wall. You can see I did some like planning with where the birch was going to go. And that was because it just became really strange going over all these diagonals. But this segment of wall is like my favorite, honestly. It looks so good. I can't say that enough, how happy I am with these walls. So, my main inspiration for these comes from BOO. In his building world, he has walls that are similar to these, but kind of different. He doesn't do any pillars with the wood or stuff on top in his desert village walls. But he also has a texture pack that allows him to get block variation through the same block, which is really cool, but it also makes like super bland buildings look much better because you get block variation with just one block. So when you look at those same buildings with the default texture pack, they don't look as good. That isn't to say they look bad, they just look much better with the texture pack because of the variation that you get from it. So I think these looks good. This looks good with the default thing, but it would probably look even better using B-Dub's texture pack. I might put it on at some point. Maybe if I do like a world tour at episode 25, maybe I might do one. I'll probably do world tours every 25 episodes. I think that seems right. And those will be like first person walking and talking about the buildings, I think. I think that's how I want to do it when it comes to that point in, what is this, episode 6? Let's see, first episode was the river, second episode was planning, third episode was the dock and cliff, fourth was the towers, so this is the fifth, I think? I don't know. I'd have to check. It's kind of interesting that I don't know what episode of the series we're on. I think it's the 5th. Could be the 6th. I don't know what I did in the 5th, though. If this wasn't the 5th. I don't know. Doesn't really matter that much. The episode number will be in the title anyway. And I'll find out when I go to edit it. But, again, this laziness here. Don't want to check to see what episode number we're actually on. Yeah, this wall here was probably one of the more difficult to build because I didn't want to do a repeat of the previous wall where the diagonal, like the one diagonal sections, made the walkway like super thin and kind of hard to run down. So it was an even space throughout the rest of it, but then on those parts I moved it out a block so that it it's actually like 4 blocks wide instead of 3, but because it's diagonal, it makes it feel like it's only 3 blocks wide. So I think it looks better that way. And I'll do that for the other walls, but I don't want to redo that one wall because I think it'll take too long. So, yeah. The wall itself might actually end up being kind of small, where some of the houses will become larger than it. But I think that's okay. It won't look amazing, but with the scale that I have, and the scale that I've already predetermined for myself, this height, I think, works well enough, even if the houses are taller than it. They won't really impede with the feeling that the wall will provide, and especially because, like, this wall's, like, on the coast or whatever, you wouldn't really, have many attacking ships or whatever from this area, or attacking people that would require the walls to need to be tall. At least in theory, I guess. If someone wants to correct me on medieval fighting tactics that involve walls along the shore, then please do, but if anyone doesn't, then I wouldn't be surprised either, especially because I get like 2 comments a video, but that doesn't matter. Keep making these as long as I want to. And to the people that have actually not stopped watching the video at this point, good job! It's over 10 minutes. Thanks for that sweet watch time. No, I'm just kidding. I do appreciate it, though. All the views and stuff that I'm getting. Even if it's 5 per video. 5. I have like 230 videos at this point, I think. About 50 subscribers. Which is really... I should do a special. Like a 50 subscriber special. I don't even know what I'd do, though. Like, honestly, what would I do for a 50 subscriber special? Like, I don't know, a hand reveal? Do you want to see my beautiful hands? My beautiful typing and playing hands? Something? I don't know. This doesn't seem like a 50 subscriber thing. Like, it should be something small, but something that's unique to me that I didn't think of. Well, I don't know, I'll think about it. And with that, I'm going to leave this here. Like, subscribe if you enjoy, leave a comment with any feedback you have for me, and I will see all of you later. Bye.